will a new St. Paul's mean for British Columbians?
Well, St. Paul's, of course, serving British Columbians for over 100 years. In our new St. Paul's, will continue to serve all of British Columbia. Over 50% of their patients come from outside Vancouver. My own parents each had heart surgery done at St. Paul's, so really is a center of excellence for all of the province. But in terms of Vancouver, obviously, it's going to provide the very best, most modern care, not just on the acute care side, which we know hospitals are very good at doing, but also in terms of reaching out into the community and integrating primary care into the services of the hospital so that we can actually look after people in their home, in their communities, and connect them to the services through a campus of care at the new St. Paul's.
You may have answered this question already, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Who's going to benefit?
Well, I think, of course, the people in Vancouver will have a huge benefit from a brand new hospital with state-of-the-art facilities, with extremely high level of care, including research and the tertiary and quaternary services that St. Paul's is known for around cardiac care, around renal care, but also a focus on elder care, which is really one of the core values of Providence Healthcare, and designing a really modern, state-of-the-art campus of care that reaches out into community, looking after people with complex chronic needs, people with dementia, and also those dealing with mental health and substance dependence as well. So it really will be a first-class hospital in the way we normally think of hospitals, but also a new model of care that reaches out into community and really is more holistic in the care of patients.
Do you have any stats on British Columbians who already use St. Paul's, like Vancouver versus the rest of the province?
Well, our figures show that about half of the people that are currently using St. Paul's come from outside of Vancouver. So, of course, a lot of that would be other parts of the Lower Mainland. And an important part of planning St. Paul's is integrating into redevelopment that's going on at Royal Columbian, into some work that's going on at Vancouver General Hospital, and of course St. Joe's Mount St. Joe's will play an important role in the development as well in terms of integrating services. But a lot of people do come from outside of Vancouver, around the Lower Mainland, and in fact all around the province, particularly for the very specialized care in cardiac services, for instance.
Can you tell us about some of the new facilities we will see? For example, the birthing center, the geriatric village, that sort of thing.
So this opportunity is made available because the site is much larger than the existing site on Burrard, and that allows Providence and Vancouver Coastal to provide a campus of care that will include not only an acute care hospital that provides very high level of service, but also an urgent care center and a primary health center, essentially, that looks out after primary care, more of the sort of more simple healthcare needs that people have, but also importantly connecting them to services in the community. So this isn't just about a building and a site, it's about total care for people in the Vancouver region. Also on the site there will be a birthing center and also elder care and a new model of elder care, particularly focusing on dementia and how we look after people at the end of life as well.
So what's the timeline? When does construction begin? When will it be ready?
Well, of course, we're in the early stages, consulting with stakeholders, with the public, making sure we're working with the City of Vancouver over their plans for that part of the city. We will be going out and bringing this forward to Treasury Board next year. And then construction, we hope will start by about 2018 and completion by 2023.
And what's going to happen to the old St. Paul site?
Well, of course, there will be lots of discussion about the existing site. We want to make sure that we have services available for people in the West End of Vancouver, and that's part of the discussions that are ongoing now. But of course, this is Providence real estate that will, in fact, be able to be leveraged to finance a world-class facility at the Station Street site. So lots of discussions with the City of Vancouver, with the neighborhood, with the business community to look at the future of the Burrard Street site.
So speaking of financing, who's paying for this?
The province of British Columbia is contributing $500 million to this project, and then Providence Healthcare and the St. Paul's Hospital Foundation We'll be looking at the assets that Providence has on the existing site to raise money, as well as, of course, the philanthropic community, which is always so generous in British Columbia. So they will be putting the balance, and of course we won't know what that balance will be until we go through the planning process and refine those numbers down.
That completes the list of questions. Is there anything else you want to add on the subject?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. Hey,
Good stuff.
Okay.
Can you just stay with?
Sure.
I'm going to do a super wide shot. So we
Okay. Don't make me look super wide though.
No, I put the filter on so you don't look wide.
Do you have that?
Yeah, we could all use
I
those.
know exactly.
Let me just a throwaway question.
Sure.
What are you expecting from the new? You expect some new federal funds to help your job here?
Well, you know, they typically, the federal government doesn't put money into capital in terms of hospital facilities, but the Liberal government, you know, as part of their campaign platform, committed to more home care for seniors, and that ties in extremely well with the new model of St. Paul's reaching out into community. So we'll be looking forward to working with the federal government on that.